So we need to look over, item number 2, we need to look over a long time ago, August 10th.
2 months ago, yeah.
Oh, wow.
For our last meeting. Um,
Well, I had already pre-read the minutes for our last meeting before everybody showed up, and I make a motion, we accept them as read.
I'll second that. All right, all in favor? On to business. All right, so the Walmart pickup and signage, striking improvements, and building expansion site plan amendment. So
Ready for me?
we have, yeah, can you state your name and?
Yeah. I am Josh Swirling. I am a principal with Bowler Engineering with offices in Southborough, Mass. And I'm here on behalf of Walmart. With me is Emily with WD Partners. I don't know that she'll need to engage in a presentation, but if you have questions that I can't answer, she'll be glad to jump in. As was read in through the chair, the application as filed was for signage striping updates, but primarily it's the just under 8,000 square foot building additions that we're looking to put on the north side or the right side of the building, just beyond the groceries. Walmart, like a number of retailers through the pandemic, has found that the ability to fulfill online orders quickly, easily, by having pickup solutions like this one, where they're going to dedicate 30 spaces that are wider in width to allow their employees to come out and actually load groceries into your vehicle, is kind of what's needed in this market to be competitive with all the other online shopping that's done. So that's really the crux of the application. I had mentioned before the meeting started that it looks like the facilities group from Walmart did a lot of the additions of stop bars, stop signs that are shown on the plans that were filed with you. So we'll make sure that we update that to reflect the conditions that are out there today. And it's really about the loss of the 50 spaces, create the 8,000 square foot addition, and the 30 spaces that are proposed for pickup there. That's before you tonight. And if I understand correctly from Kingston, I'm actually looking for a denial tonight to get to the Board of Appeals.
Well, what's
I
fun-
never say I'm here for a denial.
It's funny, you took the words out of my mouth, because I was just gonna ask, how many spaces are we, you've gotta get rid of, how many are you supposed to have?
Yeah, so
Because you were allowed down, 30% down?
So
But that was already done, if I remember correctly.
there was 11, what's the number, right? The magic number is somewhere right here, actually.
yeah,
I don't need glasses yet.
1153.
1158, we have 785 existing.
Yeah.
They wanted to propose 735, however, based on what he said, the striping of, or the unstriping of an existing driveway entrance coming from the Walmart, which we know is a marijuana business,
Right.
they do have that right. They took away 3, so
Yeah,
I think the
right
number
here.
was 72, but Tim and I discussed previously about parking spaces they may need. And I think it now goes up to 75 because of that. So, a lot of moving parts, but that 30%, we accounted for the 22, I believe is what it was, of spaces that they may have had in the past. We didn't see any record of it, so we're just gonna probably take care of that on the next few meetings that we'll potentially have.
So the other
So,
thing I
to
just
clarify,
wanted
so, 'cause you said this earlier, that when Walmart originally built that structure, what's there now, there was already the 30% reduction.
More than that.
Yeah,
So-
more than 30%.
A little bit over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't know if it was originally when they built, potentially when they did the food, they converted it to a super center.
Yeah.
That's probably when it happened. I didn't see any finding of facts. Unfortunately, we don't have those records. and I didn't see any appeals board because I believe the ordinance allowed for a 30% reduction. That's what it looks like may have happened. So, on this end, where we're gonna produce for them a new updated finding of facts, we're gonna tie that in conjunction with this expansion.
And just by way of information, you know, Walmart, who operates thousands of locations, has a criteria of 4 per thousand, 4 spaces per thousand, or 1 per 250 square feet. Your bylaw has 1 per 150, which is a lot more than, you know, the nation's biggest retailer says they need to even satisfy, you know, Black Friday sales, etc. So they being the experts in the matter, feel very confident that, and we'll have over the 4 per thousand spaces with the 732 with the loss of the 3 out front, so.
Yeah.
We're confident we have enough, and I'm sure you guys know
Yeah.
better than me. You've been, you know, through that parking lot. That's the pitch, that's the presentation.
Yeah.
Short and sweet.
And,
So this is all going from the right side of the building? That-
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right
right
there.
there.
And I
Yeah.
Face.
I
No, I
just
got
walked
you.
this
Yeah.
one around.
Yeah.
This one's pretty good, because you just see
Standing on
the aerial
26,
underneath
yeah.
it.
Yep.
So it's this row of parking, is being occupied by that just under 8,000 square foot building, and then these 30 spaces are the pickup.
Okay. So basically, most of the spaces on the right side of the building
Yeah.
are taken up for this pickup.
Not a lot of people
Sorry.
do that.
You see existing row of parking here with the expansions. And then here's where all the pickup spots go.
That's why.
pretty big expansion, I think that was.
Right,
Spaces on that side.
they're losing their own space when they do the mulch and all that.
Small in comparison to that big.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah,
if it were
it'd make a good,
freestanding on its own.
good sized house.
Yeah.
All right, so, well, thank you for that. I guess, we don't have the power to grant him permission because it doesn't fall within our guidelines of the planning board.
Yeah, it's about
So-
what we can approve.
Even though-
Right.
even though we can,
Yeah.
so we have to deny it and
Yeah, so we-
let the
We
appeal
have to
board-
deny you so you can go to the appeals board.
I'll
Sorry.
take what I can get.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't usually ask for a denial, but I understand that's the step you
Yep.
need to take.
And we let the years out of your tire, too.
Oh,
You're not getting away that easy.
All right, well.
So we have to deny just because there's not gonna be enough parking spaces.
Basically, our zoning ordinance is in the way, if you will, of
Okay.
Yeah.
this approval, yes.
So they have-
And that's even, like, Ed made a good point that in the springtime when they have all their mulch, they're losing parking spots there.
That's only a temporary thing.
That's only a temporary,
Yeah.
okay, fair
Yeah,
If
enough.
that's temporary, they're okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is a permanent addition.
Right.
And it's from a land use perspective. As a CEO, I have to consider those things, and it's not my decision to make, it's your decision to make. I'm just informing you that your decision, you don't have the power to grant it.
Okay.
But somebody in our town does, that would be the appeals board. So, that was the only avenue that I was able to see from a land use perspective. So, what I would recommend is, one of you making a motion to deny the application as presented in light of that parking space issue, however you gotta word that, and then we can get a second on the table and then, a vote.
I don't know.
I don't want to interrupt the flow, but I do have a question that may affect how that's all done. So this will send us to Board of Appeals, your denial, and we'll work with Kingston to figure all the rest of that out. Then we need to come back to amend the prior approval. Is there a way, if you guys don't have questions with it, is there a way that it could be delegated to staff to approve on behalf of the board, or does it have to, do we have to come back to the planning board?
It basically, so the application, the amendment, if you will, would have to come back to the board, they'd have to have a meeting to do it. Whether or not you wanna physically be here when you do it, I'm not saying that has
You
to
don't
take
need to
place.
be here for us.
Yeah.
We already, now we know what's going on, and what's
Yeah.
going, so you don't have to be back, as long as we have everything we need.
Okay.
If the appeals board says yay
You
or
say
nay
yay,
or whatever,
say yeah.
then we come back and we approve the rest of it.
Yeah,
And we can do something like that,
Yeah.
too. when the-
yeah,
Mhm.
it's,
If you do have a question that you can pick
Yeah.
up, right?
yeah, this isn't, as we would say, rocket science, and so it should be simple enough.
Yeah, I was asking that question partly based on your comment of the timing to get other, like, if they could delegate it to you, then we resolve.
I wish it was that easy,
Yeah.
trust me, and I'm
Yeah.
sure these guys would too, but
Yeah, no, I get it.
I can't be king of Oxford, unfortunately.
And I get that
Yes.
there's not, I get there's not actually, like, you have to deny it, so it's not even open in front of them to make a condition like that.
Right.
either, so.
Right, correct.
It seems
I figured
like
I'd ask.
Walmart would have known the mathematics, as many buildings as they have throughout the country.
They actually
They have their
came
own.
out swinging, if you will, with that. They said, this is the only issue. And I said, I agree. And then I laid out the process or avenue, if you will, of how it's a possibility to be approved. And I do this every day, so it's, yeah. So I believe,
I'll make a motion that we deny this proposal until it is brought up to the, yeah.
Appeals.
you can.
Appeals board, thank
can
you.
Yeah, you can just make the motion to deny it, and then all that will take place.
Okay,
Yeah.
and make a motion, we deny.
I'll second
All right, all in favor? And you don't deny it.
Thank
I
you.
would-
I don't usually thank people.
Thanking us for
but
denying.
Thank you for
There you go.
Yeah.
Tonight I'll take it.
You got a
Yeah,
good
that's-
attitude.
We would love the power to do something differently, but, I guess,
Gotta follow the
It's
rules.
kind of the process. you know.
Yeah.
Okay. Emily, is there any public comment? Doesn't sound like Emily's gonna have any comment.
Okay.
We should be denied.
Ever there, or?
She's still here. Yeah, but doesn't look like there's any issues there, so no public comment.
Because that doesn't, under the zone ordinance.
And those are your guys, you guys can keep those.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hang them on the fridge.
We'll probably be doing it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can probably, if you want, I can hang on to them, then when we have the meeting again.
Yeah, I like
So,
that.
so that you.
They won't make it till the next meeting with me, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Or I won't be able to find them, let's put it that way.
I put my name on it.
Have a good night.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Oh,
You're going back to
we do
safe
have one
travels.
question. Go ahead, Emily.
Sorry, my microphone was on the fritz there for a second. It's more just timeline. What are we kind of looking projected for appeals and potentially the board meeting for kind of just tracking our approval
Okay, so
or potential?
I was talking with Greg about this, and let me just, so what we have, because now we do have an active variance request through the appeals board, which I think I'm gonna work with Greg on getting the amended version of that, because I think there's a different number of parking spaces that they would want to appeal to get on that variance request. If we get that application and we can get the appeals board members scheduled for a meeting, we have to give a 7-day notice through the town clerk, through notifying in the paper, and posting it on our website. Whenever that meeting would take place, it wouldn't be enough time to schedule the next planning board's meeting, which is on the 26th. So we're assuming that 26th area would be the appeals board meeting. However, November 9th is the next planning board meeting. That's more realistic for the next planning board meeting. If we don't make that planning board meeting, for whatever reason, 23rd would be out because it's Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving,
We would be
You don't want to
theoretically.
meet on Thanksgiving?
I would love to meet with you, Emily, but we can't, unfortunately, but family comes first.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so does turkey, but the 14th in December would be probably the farthest planning board reconvening, if you will.
You get mine down too?
So that was kind of
Thank you.
the short and long of
Yes,
potential timeline that I spoke with Greg
Okay.
about.
Perfect, thank you. I'll touch base further with Greg then, but glad there's a plan for timeline.
Yep,
Thanks all.
Yeah.
All right,
later.
thank you
Yeah,
so much
drive
for your
safe.
time.
yep, thank you, Emily, take care.
Have a-
All right, have a good night.
You too, bye now.
Over
Bye.
in Conway, on Lincoln rather, New Hampshire.
Oh, okay.
So we'll catch the last of the,
Full
foliage.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah,
Do a little hiking. and
yeah.
There you go.
I'll work
Nice.
remote tomorrow.
There you go. Have a good trip.
Remote's a
Thanks
great
for
thing,
the time.
isn't it?
Thank you, sir. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so, did anyone make a motion to,
No, we have not.
Please.
So we've had a public comment.
yeah, we figured out
which is
scheduling.
Scheduling, that's all on you.
Yeah, nothing to do with you
And,
guys.
yeah,
I'll
so-
touch base with you guys on when we can meet, because we gotta get the appeals board meeting figured out.
Okay.
And, oh, I do have something to say. We are, I think I told Sam, and maybe you, 2 new members, 1 full-time member, so we're gonna have a 5-member board and then an alternate. So if one of you guys can't make it, they'll be able to, and how that would work is an alternate would have to be elevated right in the beginning. She's a young lady who just wants to learn how the planning board works. So I tried to get them to be here tonight, but they didn't even sign their appointment forms yet to get on it. So, it was last minute when I told them, you know, if you can make it, good, but if not. So hopefully by the next time we meet, we'll have a full bunch of people involved and it'll be a good learning experience.
Can I ask who they are?
Sean Morse was approved by the select board, and then, Alexandria Richardson as the alternate.
I heard you mention to the 26th of February, October? Was that when the appeals board would meet?
That's a theoretical, because
Okay.
I gotta check with their scheduling. Because
Okay.
they don't have regular meetings. We have to,
You only set up a meeting when you're needed, right?
that's right.
Alright.
So it could be anywhere 7 days after we notify whatever. Beyond that, it could be any of those days.
Okay, I won't be here if anything happens from today forward.
You can almost bet that the
We'll be looking at it in
the
November.
9th, did I say 9th of November? I had it, hold on.
Yeah, I think it is tonight.
The 9th of November would be the next time the planning board meets
Okay.
on this, unless we have something random come up on the agenda and they get on the agenda for the 26th. Yeah, that's exactly how
But
that's.
Sam, yeah, you won't be here.
I won't be here on the
He'll-
26th.
He'll be riding on a ship,
Okay.
We take a cruise?
not willing.
A military cruise?
Yep, you've heard the expression Shanghai.
Shanghai Express?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, all right, so is it, you guys all good?
Very good, I make a motion that we adjourn this evening's meeting.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
All right, great.
All in favor?
You have enough to stay here all night.
So we going, you're still reserves?
Hmm?
No, this is not, no, we need
Oh, I thought
to,
it was-
no.
Okay, so I need to like appoint someone to act in chair when I'm not
Drinking
here.
his ass off.
They would, if you're not here, they would figure out who would be the acting chair, that's right.
I don't know.